You good, T-Minus?
What's up, you guys? It's Charlie, and it's been a while since I've made an Air Force related video. I have lots of ideas, but they're not 100% ready. Also, a lot of you guys were wondering why I never posted my BMT experience video like week by week. And honestly, by the time I got like off of orders from tech school, and then I was on orders for like 4 months in Florida, by the time I got back home, it had already been like 6 months since I graduated, and now it's been a year since I left for BMT, almost a year since I graduated. And I just didn't think you guys would be interested at this point since it's been so long. But if you guys want to see that, I guess I'll do it. If you don't, you just want to let it go, that's fine. But there's only so many Air Force related things that I can make. And at the end of this video, I'll tell you guys other video ideas that I have, and you can tell me which ones you want to see. Because even though I, like I said in the last video, hate my room setup because I'm in a college apartment, not like a real apartment anymore. I'm just gonna, like, who cares? Who cares about the lighting in the background and nice quality? Who cares about any of that stuff? So today, just for a quick casual video, I thought that it'd be a fun idea to do another story time because you guys said that you wanted to see a story time, so here we go. Keep in mind, this is the most embarrassing moment of my life. Now, I've had a lot of embarrassing moments, but I guess because this one took place at BMT, it made it even more embarrassing because just like the stress that you're in, it just made it a lot worse. So, during BMT, I was always sick. I just found out recently, like within the last month, what was wrong with me during BMT to make it where I was like, literally felt like I was dying the whole time. I was throwing up all the time. I like was passing out a lot. I, strangely enough, never went to med hold. I got hospitalized and still never went to med hold. Honestly, and I know I've said this before, I should not have graduated. I should not have graduated with anybody in my flight. I for sure should have been sent to med hold because I was really severely sick and I kept getting misdiagnosed. If I was diagnosed, okay, sorry about that. My camera started doing some weird things. But what I was saying was, if they would have diagnosed me correctly, I would not have been able to even join the military. But now that I'm in, they've made like some kind of exception because I am getting treated for what was wrong. And it's not a huge issue anymore. So, it was a disqualifying factor to pass MEPS, but it's not a disqualifying factor to go through BMT and to be in the Air Force now, which is crazy because they should have caught it at MEPS, I guess. I don't know. Anyways, I'm in now. It's been like 2 years since I went to MEPS. It's been 2 years. So, me being the sickly person I am, this was one day towards, I would say, the 5th or 6th week of BMT. I'm thinking I was still an element leader at this time, so it must have been around the 5th or 6th week because I think I got fired in the 6th week. But so one night I just kept waking up in the middle of the night and having to go to the bathroom to vomit. Sorry, that's what it was. So I just kept running to the bathroom and throwing up, and the people on EC, if you don't know what EC is, it's entry control. They stand at the door, pretty much just walk around the bays and everything to make sure everything's safe and secure and everything's running smoothly in case CQ, which is the headquarters, calls. Everything's just going smoothly. That's what EC is. So they were like, do you want us to call CQ? And I was like, no, I'll be fine. I don't want to get, because at this point I'd already been hospitalized and I'd already been like throwing up so much. And also we didn't have any MTIs there at night because they're not there at night. And one of our MTIs left us for like 3 weeks. He just said he didn't want to deal with us and he was just gone. And now I hear he's not an MTI anymore. I heard we were like his last flight, so whoops. And the other one, he was actually gone for like a couple of days on personal leave, so we had a substitute MTI. So we really didn't know who to talk to anyways, but they were like, do you want us to call CQ? And I said no. And even if they called CQ, like, there's really nothing they can do in the middle of the night. And it wasn't like I needed to go to the emergency room. I just wanted to wait till the next day. So the next day came and I was like, I'm fine. And I wasn't fine. And then I kept throwing up. So my dorm chief was like, you need to go tell our MTI. We didn't have an MTI because all of our MTIs hated us and they like left us. So me and my wingman, my favorite wingman in the whole entire world, we went to we went across the hall to Brother Flight's MTI. And we knocked on the door and did everything professional and whatnot. And I didn't want to go. So she was like, hey, she needs to go to Reed. Like, she needs to go to the medical center. Somebody needs to see about her because she keeps throwing up. And I was like, I'm fine. As soon as I said the word fine, I ran to the corner and I threw up in the hallway. Yes, that was embarrassing, but that's not what we're talking about. So I threw up in the hallway right in front of Brother Flight's MTI. Yeah, MTI. And he was like, yeah, you're going to Reed. And I really didn't want to, and I knew it wasn't working out well, and I was telling him I'm fine, and he was not buying it. So, next, I get all my stuff, we get ready to go to Reed, we go to CQ to check out. This is where it all goes bad. So we're marching there, and I'm feeling okay. I have a bag with me that he gave me, a plastic trash bag, a clear one, that he gave me to vomit in since I vomited on his floor. And so we're marching through CQ. There's a certain way you have to walk and a certain way you have to turn the corners. It's like this big deal. So I'm being all professional. I'm hitting my little facing movements, you know, about to vomit. And my wingman, I specifically remember her saying, do you want me to do the talking? And I said, I think I have to do it because it's my appointment. So this was all my fault. So I go up to CQ, and like I said, this is really like strict, stern procedure. If you don't do it right, if you don't do it perfectly, you will get roasted. So I go to CQ, I make my facing movement, I'm standing there, I knock once like you're supposed to, I'm standing at attention. Ma'am, training Edwards reports is ordered, I'm here to check out for my appointment at Reed. She says, okay, where's your appointment slip? I hand it to her, she gets it, and she's doing something. She's writing it down, she's typing on the computer, this is where this trainee and her wingman's going. She's giving me a, not MRE, what are they called? They're like MREs, but they're not. I know if you went to BMT, you know what I'm talking about. They're, what are they called? It'll be on the screen because I know it's gonna hit me. Anyways, it's basically like an MRE, but it's a smaller version of it. Because they thought we were gonna miss lunch, because it was pretty early in the morning. But if you go to Reed, you're gonna be there all day. So, a totem. It's called a totem. Anyways, so I'm there, standing at attention, waiting for her, and all of a sudden, like, I feel my mouth starting to water, I feel my hand starting to shake, I'm like, oh my God. So I'm standing there, and I take this really big gulp, and then my wingman, I can see her at the corner of my eye, she makes this weird face, and I go, ma'am, permission to adjust? She says, go ahead, and I throw up everywhere. Luckily, I had my bag, but some of it, I didn't know this because I was like sick and everything. Apparently, some of it missed the bag. I'm so embarrassed. I threw up all over CQ. It was like, apparently there's some chunks on the desk. I think my MTI told me that to be funny. I really don't think I threw up on the desk, but apparently there was some on the floor. And I was like, oh my gosh. And my wingman, luckily they couldn't see her face because her face was like, wow, did that really just happen? So I'm just like, I do what I'm supposed to. I just snap back to attention. And I'm standing there, like, wiping my face and going back to attention. And the MTI is looking like... And then her face gets back strict. And there's, like, 3 other MTIs in there. And one's over there giggling. And the other one's like, what just happened? And I'm standing there trying to be still and go back to attention. And my wingman gets chewed out. They blamed her for me throwing up. And I feel bad, but it's funny because, like, she's my best friend, so it's funny now. Why didn't your wingman do all the talking? Why are you even up here? You're clearly sick. Go, get out of my face. And my wingman got chewed out, and I'm like, yes, ma'am, proceeding, ma'am. So I have to do my little steps and turn around. It's like, it's even funnier if you know how awkward it is to be at CQ and, like, all the backwards facing movements you have to do to leave. Like, you can't just leave and get out of their face when they're yelling at you. You have to do it a certain way. It's a lot. So I go to leave, and I'm just being all awkward, like, always. And then I forgot to get the slip that she gave me, so I had to go back and get it real quick, and I left. And I wasn't even doing any facing movements at this point. Okay, and I was so embarrassed because I just threw up. I wasn't feeling good. I didn't know what to do. It was awkward. And then like I go to read, they give me some medicine for nausea. They actually put me on bed rest. I was on bed rest for like 5 days. Like I said, I shouldn't have graduated with my flight. I definitely should have went to med hold. And the thing about it is, so I went to read and everything, and I came back, and the next day I wasn't allowed to wear ABUs or march with the flight because I was on bed rest. So I think I was wearing PT clothes all day. So I had on my PT sweatpants and my long sleeve shirt because it was cold. I think it was like November at this time. So we go into the DFAC, and if you're in the 320th, and you maybe in 321st, or I'm not sure, but if you're in the 320th, I know you know him for sure if you've been through BMT. Master Sergeant Trejo Sanchez. I'm pretty sure that's his rank. Anyway, Sergeant Trejo Sanchez. He's the loudest person there, and everybody that I know was afraid of him. And the funniest thing was, I was sitting there, and I just got done eating, and I just kind of started feeling better at this point. And my MTI, one of my MTIs came back, the other one still didn't like us. He was gone. They were talking about me at the snake pit, and all I hear was, "Is that her?" And I'm like, and you're not allowed to look up, or I could feel them looking at me. Plus, I'm the only one not wearing everything else. Like, I'm not wearing my ABUs like everybody else. I'm just wearing PT clothes. So I'm sitting there eating, and then he was like, "Yep, that's her." And that's my MTI talking. I was like, I know for a fact they're talking about me. So I pretend to look like, I pretend to like get the salt or something so I can glance up there real quick, and I did, and I, just pretending to make sure they're talking about me. And they were, and he says, "Yep, that's her. Trainee, ma'am, permission to adjust Edwards." And they're just talking about me having the best time laughing at the snake pit. And if you know the snake pit, you know how serious it is and how scary it is. And they're just over there laughing at me, and I'm just like, I tried. So we get back to the day room at the end of the day, and we're just this part like where the MTIs are kind of chill with you, like they hand you mail, like they laugh. I think it's the part of the day where we don't have to say our reporting statements because like they're trying to not be all strict and stuff. But so he looks at me and he's like, "So Edwards," and I'm like, "Sir," I'm like, he hasn't said anything yet. He's like, "How you feeling?" And I was like, "I'm okay, sir. Thanks for asking." He says, "So, I hear you threw up all over CQ." And nobody knew but me and my wingman. So I'm like, did he really just bring it back up? I'm already so embarrassed. And then he says, "Well, at least you have military bearing," because I asked permission to adjust before I threw up. And that is my most embarrassing moment from Air Force BMT. I hope you guys like this video. I'm not sure if it's funny. Everybody I told think it's funny. I just think it's embarrassing, but I figured why not? It's Sunday. I hadn't uploaded an Air Force related video. I wanted something for y'all to see. So thank you so much for watching. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. When you're commenting, let me know. I'm thinking about either going ahead and doing the week by week what I did in basic training, what basic training's like, my BMT experience. Like I said, my experience is kind of weird because I was like dying the whole time. Or I'm going to do the BMT details, like the jobs, like what you'll be doing as element leader, child runner, latrine queen, latrine crew, like all those jobs. I'm really excited about doing those because that is an actual series worth. So let me know what you guys want to see, and I promise I will upload it. Also, I just filmed a 10 things not to bring to BMT video. I also have a 10 things that you do need to bring. If you guys want to see that, I'll do that too. So just let me know. Thank you guys again for watching. Let me know if you've been to BMT. Let me know how this compares to your most embarrassing moment, because I've heard some really good stories that mine don't even compare to. So let me know in the comments or hit me up in my Instagram DMs